Hey everyone, my name is Dina Babel and I'm the voice for Fatherless Daughters and the creator of the Fatherless Daughter Movement. This is lesson number 3 of our weekly lessons for Fatherless Daughters. Today we're talking about, is fatherlessness making you sick? I spent a lot of years as a registered nurse, and I'm very interested in how the mind, the body, and the soul interacts and how stress can reside in your body. In fact, 1/3 of Americans surveyed say that they believe an illness was brought on by stress in their body. I've done a lot of research on the topic, and mainly because of my own personal issues that had happened throughout my life. I was never constantly sick or anything like that, but it seemed to be every time I got ill, it would kind of reside on my left side. The famous Louise Hay says that we hold old pain on our left side from past traumatic events. Obviously, my father died when I was 13, so for me that was very interesting. I've done a lot of research. I've researched Deepak, I've researched Chopra, a lot of different physicists and scientists and people that are into this sort of thing and can tell us how trauma affects the brain and the body. And it's something that I'm looking to possibly write a book on. For now, I wrote an article in the Huffington Post, which you can see on my website at dinababel.com today. And I wanted to get into it a little bit and see if this is affecting you at all. As a fatherless daughter, one of our hallmarks is to take care of everyone else before we take care of ourselves. So we can run down our bodies, our minds, our souls, our spirits, everything by trying to take care of our children, our family, maybe people that we feel can't take care of themselves. And the reason why we feel like we're good at this is because we had to do it from a young age. So taking control, while it's a hallmark for us, it can also be a detriment. Because we have to make sure that we remember to take time for ourselves. And looking and researching this article, I'm going to read something from the article. I looked up Deepak Chopra and what he says influences how we feel. He's done a lot of work on the subject. He believes that only 5% of gene mutations are fully penetrant. What that means is they cause the disorder, while leaving 95% of genes acting on influence. So that means 95% of what we do, our genes are influenced by. Your genes basically go along for the ride for the emotional trials and tribulations that you have. So 5% is inherent and the other 95% is along for the ride. So that's food for thought for sure. So you're speaking to your genes every day. That's what Deepak believes, and that's what I believe. Think about what you're encoding. What are you doing to your genes? What are you telling it? Are you telling your body that stress is a way of life? Are you telling your body that you can take time to heal? Are you pushing yourself past limits that you should be pushing yourself through? I started thinking about it, and in our book, we researched this in detail. It was something that was very near and dear to my heart and something I wanted to learn more about. So of the thousands and thousands of fatherless daughters that we researched, most of them said that they were affected by the emotional, physical, and spiritual side of being fatherless. In fact, 90% said they were emotionally affected from being fatherless, while 66% said mentally, and 33% said physically. Emotional baggage is not your friend, ladies. It's something that we have to take care of and something that we have to take really serious. So the reason why I'm sticking my arm out here, like Hedge a Sketch or what's that guy's name that has the long arms? I can't remember. But anyway, the reason why I'm looking at this is because I have a cheat sheet on my computer. So here are the 5 things I feel like you should do to take control of your health. 1, say how you feel. You don't have to blurt it out in someone's face, upset them or harm them or make them feel bad. There's definitely a way of developing what you want to say and how you target that person that you want to say it to. So think about delivery, but say how you feel, even to yourself. So if you've been running yourself ragged or you're doing too much, maybe taking care of a family member or someone that you feel needs your expertise or your help and your emotional time, maybe let them know, hey, I need to take a break here. I'm going to pump the brakes because I need some time to physically take care of myself. For me, it's reading a book, watching a movie, a documentary, or something where I can take my mind in a different direction. But you need to be really cognizant of that and making sure that you take time for yourself and that you tell people how you feel. When you have too much on your plate, Look to the ones that love you and support you, not the ones you support, the ones that love and support you, and let them know that you need a little time. As far as the people that you're taking on, let them know you need to pump the brakes. It's okay to say no, like we said before in the last video. Replace your negative coping skills with something positive. It sounds crazy because people say this all the time in the top 10 things you should do and blah, blah, blah. But take a walk in nature, play with your dog, go on a retreat, spend some time with people you love, read a book, go to the ocean, go out in nature in the mountains, do whatever it is that makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself, giving yourself a big hug, even if it's just taking a few minutes to walk around your neighborhood. Definitely do something to cope with these negative coping skills that are, again, encoding your genes, okay? Some people like to dance. Maybe it's dancing. Whatever it is that you want to do something really positive for your body. Put yourself first by giving out boundaries. Just like we said before, if you're in a relationship that's taking a little too much of your time emotionally, put up a boundary. Maybe you spend 3 nights a week with that person versus 7 nights a week. Or maybe that one girlfriend that's just taking all of your energy and draining you dry. Or that friend or family member, whoever it is, pump the brakes. Give them a boundary. If they call you to tell you again of this big drama that has happened in their life, say, look, I got about 5 minutes. I want to listen to what you have to say, and then I have to go on to, cook dinner for my family or go to work or, have a life or whatever it is you need to do. But put some boundaries up. Know your worth and take care of yourself first. You cannot take care of someone else if you don't take care of yourself first, okay? We talked about getting into nature, getting some vitamin D, making your whole body feel better. Do you know that most Americans are deficient in vitamin D? It's just a simple supplement, especially in the wintertime, which is why you get seasonal depression like myself. But just go out in nature, get some sun, feel good, let yourself and your serotonin rise back up where it needs to be. Start on a path of forgiveness. Now, I'm going to be doing another video about that, and we're going to be talking about forgiveness, but maybe start writing a letter or get into some therapy or into some coaching or do some self-worth activities where you understand what it is that you need to do to forgive. Write down everything you need to do to forgive. Just get a nice little sheet of paper and write down the top 10 things you need to do to forgive. It doesn't mean you're letting the person off the hook. It means you're letting you off the hook. It's very important. It just means that you don't let the pain overrule your life. So being fatherless, is a big shadow. It follows you everywhere you go, but it doesn't have to overrule your entire being and your entire life. Give it a few minutes. If you need to do it daily, weekly, give it a segment of time and then let it go. Tell your brain specifically, I've thought about this enough, I don't need to think about it anymore. Just that simple sentence will take care of you. Every time you start feeling the pain or resentment and the time that you need to forgive, just tell yourself, I don't need to do this anymore. I've thought about it enough. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying these lessons. I'm really enjoying giving them. Did not do my hair today because I'm running around doing 8 million things, so I put on my trusty hat. I think most of my videos have hats. Crazy. But anyway, if you want to know something more, just simply email me at denababel.com, DENNABABUL.com, and I'll see you next week for more. Thanks for listening and watching. We appreciate you.